Good evening, guys. After I posted my part 11 on the Sylvania clock radio restoration last evening, a fellow YouTuber by the name of AM Station Engineer made a comment about going back through, checking over all my work that I did, make sure everything's in place where it belongs, all the solder joints are secure, nothing's loose or nothing's poorly soldered. I went back through and I found a connection of a resistor to one of the IF can leads. It was a little shaky. I mean, it just needed a little dab of solder and tightened it right up, got that taken care of. But then he also suggested going on the YouTube and looking up a video by another YouTube user, All American 5, Rick McWhorter, and to look at a video of his that's entitled Portable Tube Radio Repair, Troubleshooting Oscillator Problem. And a lot of you, if you know Rick McWhorter, he is the author of the All American 5 radio, Understanding and Restoring Transformerless Radios of the 40s, 50s, and 60s. Very good, informative book. I got this on Amazon for less than 20 bucks. Check it out. It's well worth the money. Learned a lot of stuff from Rick's book. So I went online and checked out his video, and his oscillator and his little portable set was not working. Now, one of the things he did was to use a portable AM radio, which I have a little Channel Master 14 transistor AM FM set here, and to power the radio on and put this near the antenna, which ours, the antenna is attached to the back of the case, and see, while tuning through this radio, if it makes any whining or squealing noises. And if it is, the oscillator is working. If not, it's not working. Now he determined that his oscillator was not working, and what the cause of it was a resistor that was open. Now, the only resistor I have in the section on this Sylvania radio that's anything comparable to his is this 100 megohm brown, black, yellow resistor right here, which goes between lead number, get my cheat sheet out here, goes between number 4 on the IF can T1 back over here to ground. And I have the meter on that right now, and it's reading 119.3 megohms. So it should be 100. I'm sorry, it's 119. So plus or minus 20% is just barely within spec. So now I can do what Rick's video suggests. Let's get this out of the way. We'll turn this guy back over where he belongs. Piece of solder out of the way, that way we don't short nothing out. That'd be bad. And we'll reconnect our antenna board back to the radio. We'll just clip it on. These little gator clips, these are the greatest things I've found for doing quick troubleshooting, because you can just take them and when they want to cooperate, stick them right on the solder joints, on the solder, and they work great. So we'll go ahead and power back on the radio. We'll let it come up. You gotta plug a clock motor in first, dummy. That thing I told you yesterday in the videos, that thing gets me every single time. I made this little jumper a while back. I really hadn't had much luck with that working. We'll try it tonight. There it goes. tubes are lit. And just like last evening, all we got is a bit of a hum. So, turn this radio on, turn my light off, and put this up here on off of a station. And we get no squealing. Just like in Rick's radio's his video, he said that that's the tank circuit being tuned right there, so that part of it does work. But our oscillator is not functioning. So, we need to dig a little deeper here and see what's going on. I will find a suitable resistor that goes in line here, and we'll see what happens with that. Lastly, what I decided to start doing is taking some general voltage measurements with the multimeter here. Picture so y'all can see it. Now, we're hooked to our common ground, which is the negative side of the filter capacitors, which is common ground throughout the whole radio. Our 12BE6, which is this front tube up front here. Pin 1, we should have minus 15 volts. We have 86 volts. Yep, we have 86 volts on that puppy. Pin 2 is not marked. We have 87 volts on that. Pin 5 should be 90. So we got 91, that's right where it should be. And pin 6 should be 90, which is 91 because that leads over here to the filter capacitors right there. So, most of the voltages are correct on that, except for pin 1 and 7. 7 we should have minus 15, we got nothing. Let's move over to the 12BA6. That's the center tube right here. Pin 1 should be minus 0.50. Nothing. Pin 2. Nothing. Pin 5 should be 90 volts, which is this guy right here. So we got 91. Pin 6 should be 90, which we got. And lastly, number 7 goes back at your common ground, so you shouldn't have nothing on that. Okay, let's move to the 12AT6. That's this guy out front here. Pin 1 should be minus 0.4. Nothing. Pin 2 is your negative ground, your common ground. Pin 5 should be minus 0.5. Let's find pin 5. It's got to go right there. Nothing. Pin 6 is your common ground again. And 7 should be 40 volts. 7's correct underneath here. Yeah, 34 volts on pin 7. It should be 40. So let's move over to our 50C5. Pin 1, we should have 6 volts. Pin 1 right there. got 4 bolts. Pin 2 says it should have some more bolts. Let's see. Nothing. Okay, that's what that should be. Pin 5 should be 90 again. We got nothing there. And number 7 should be 110 volts. We can find him. Okay, we have nothing there. Fine, should be 90. Across those. 7 should be 110. We got 101. So our rectifier, number 7, pin 7, which is this guy right here, should read 110 volts, and we've got 108. So everything is close, and we've got some missing voltages here and there. I don't know why. But that's not good. That means the missing voltages are what our radio is lacking. So I don't know if we have a couple tubes that might be on the funky side. And this resistor right here, this brown, black, yellow jobby right there, being a little high around tolerance might be causing some trouble. So I'll go ahead and work on putting this video up. It's pretty late. It's almost 9 o'clock. I don't know how late it'll be up tonight. But any comments will be welcome, because I sure would like to know what's going on with this poor thing.